good afternoon. We know that you have already started, but this is maybe also a sign for these rushy and very challenging times. But now in the afternoon, also officially as the host here, welcome to the 11th Berlin Energy Transition Dialogue. Sorry that Minister Habeck and I were a bit late, but we just participated in a, I would say, historic session of the German Parliament, the German Bundestag. 2/3 of parliamentarians took today for us, and maybe also for Europe, a landmark decision. We paved the way to massively invest in Germany's security, infrastructure, and by that, freedom. We will do with this decision and change of our constitution whatever is necessary for our own defense. We tabled, furthermore, a 500 billion infrastructure package, which include 100 billion for climate neutrality, which will boost investments into infrastructure and especially also to boost renewables. And we are by that, we are also enshrining climate neutrality by 2045 in our constitutions. Measures which are for those who work in the field of climate and energy for long overdue, but especially in these times of crisis, we believe more important than ever. Because we realize that in these times we need decisions which are big and bold. Because energy policy infrastructure is not an isolated issue anymore, it's part of a new geopolitical world. Some actors are pushing for a world order that is not based on rules, but based on power. Therefore, we believe it's crucial to invest in our own security. And we all know investing in renewable energy is part of investing into our security and thereby investing in our strengths. And this is why, for a couple of different dialogues, we have combined these fields already in the past here together. Climate and energy, geopolitical politics, investments, infrastructure, and security. Because we all know that these investments into green energy are investments also in global security. We see it, unfortunately, already since 3 years in our direct neighborhood in Ukraine. Energy plans, infrastructure plans are a deliberate target for airstrikes because they are the nerve of our country, by that, a freedom nerve of the whole country. We see it positively in the opposite as well. If we invest in our own energy infrastructure, we become more free and more independent. So the cut of Russian gas was also an investment in our own security, and by that we boosted, especially Minister Habeck, boosted the renewable energies. And worldwide, we see that if we are not investing into a climate and green energy transition, we will also see a worsening of conflict, or put it positively again. The more we do for fighting the climate crisis together, the more secure our world will be. And therefore, at the last COP in Dubai, the COP28, was also a COP for security, because there we tripled our renewable energy. We doubled our energy efficiency, and we underlined the transition away from fossil fuels. By that, in 2024, the global investments in clean energy were nearly twice those in fossil fuels. And we know that this pathway just has to be gone like this also in the future years. But we have also seen around the world that energy transition is not everywhere happening on the same pace, because it's not everywhere equally easy. And therefore the question is not if we will make this change, but how we can achieve this global energy transition in a fair and just way. How can we set conditions on a global level that everybody benefits from our energy transition? By unlocking barriers, by mobilizing the finance for all, by navigating in geopolitical tensions, by reforming the international financial system, but also by getting better and better in hands-on solutions on the local levels, where we study here together practices and case studies, learn from each other, like in the last years, from countries which are almost there at climate neutrality, like Kenya and others. And this is why this Berlin Energy Transition Dialogue, in these even more shaky times, is more important than ever. This is why we are so happy that you are here from all over Europe, but also from all over the world, to bring together our expertise, to learn from each other on this pathway, and yes, especially to learn from each other on this very special day for Germany. And therefore, it would be no better speaker for today than Germany's energy and economy and climate minister, also vice chancellor for the last remaining weeks of our government in power, Robert Habeck. I welcome you to the stage for the introductory speech. A big applause for Robert Habeck.